CMC, for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens movement for change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up, Liberia. CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity, CMC core values. CMC Global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's all together. Let's all together. It's a unity. Raise up your hands. CMC. The land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, yes, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.
Of course, yes, 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 yes. The time is now. I love this song. So, how you doing, everyone?
Hey Vicky, how are you? Dr. Richardson, how you doing?
I'm doing well, doing very well.
Okay.
Vicky, I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. I'm doing well. Been on the run here, but I'm finally home, so I'm glad to be with you.
Thank you so much. That was a sacrifice.
Good,
It
good.
takes sacrifice to do that. Thank you so much.
Likewise, you.
Supposed to be on tonight. Yeah,
Dr.
you are.
Richardson. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mr. Lamway,
Yep.
the boys in your cup. Yeah, you all know what happened. That's one thing I can do. You know that. So, anyways, we're on now. So let's get
Yes.
started.
Okay. All right. I think you're talking about moderation.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. I mean, we're here together,
I will
Vicky.
get there though, but
Yeah, we just tag team on each other. But let me thank you for asking me to take the lead. That's something I enjoy doing. All of us do. So it's an honor and pleasure. Let me welcome anybody and all of our friends who are listening and watching us. Apologies. We couldn't come on time like we usually do. Technical difficulties, and we've been trying to come on. And so we're glad that we're finally here with you. And thank you for joining us. Don't forget to please share the show. I know Doc was engaged somewhere else, but she had to also, come in. And so was Vicky. We all been running, but we're happy that we're here. This is the CMC Hour. This is the Political Lounge, and we thank you for joining us. I know many of you are signing on as well. You're probably leaving and coming back now. So we'd like to welcome my own friend and brother, Mr. Ibrahim Richardson. I think I know this guy. That makes sense.
I think I do too. One of my favorite CMC.
I know,
I
right?
think I know him too.
You think you do? AB, it's nice of you to join us, man. Thank you very much. Lincoln Willie, thank you very much for joining in. Also, Mohammed Enzadoli is
I think I
always.
know Mohammed as well.
I think this guy, I know I've heard his name somewhere too.
Oh,
But he happens to be our chairman for Minnesota. He was getting ready to host us this weekend. And be secret here, Doc. Just send me a quick note, a reminder to do some letter to for you, Mohammed. So will be coming soon to the rest of us. But we're happy to be here. So tonight, I believe that we didn't draw up an agenda. Is an open mic.
Yes.
And so, I don't know whether Ansel and Henry, we haven't taken calls in a while. I don't know, maybe at some point in time, we might squeezing a call or two. But let me welcome you, Doug and Vic. I mean, everybody, there are two things right on there everybody's talking about. I know we'll go to the CMC news. And oh, by the way, shout out to Mr. Smith Toby. You all know him. He's our regular here. He's also our moderator at times. But he's under the weather. He's not well. So please send me your prayers. Smitty, we wish you all the best. Hope you recover quickly enough and come back to work.
Yeah.
To come back to work. Don't rush, but hurry back. Yeah, so we hope Mr. Toby is doing well. Usually he brings us the CMC news. So we'll try the little bit of it that we've been able to pick up here and there. We'll get to that. But the two things that one is we started talking about this yesterday, Vicky, about the project in FOIA and the full disclosure now, which is really not a disclosure, but the government is finally now on the record through the Deputy Minister of Information for Propaganda. I think that's his full title, Deputy Minister of Information. Why does the government need a minister for propaganda? I don't understand that, but we're paying this guy to propagate falsehood against us, the citizenry. But Daniel Sando is on record, and I think he wrote something on Facebook explaining what his project is about. And I think that raises a lot of questions. So we'll look at that again. And then our brothers and sisters in the stand, I think they came out today. And I've seen lots of interpretations of what happened. Some people show a drone photo, showing very few people, and other people, they showing different photos. So we'll give our impression of what happened today, and then, like I said, we'll go to the CMC news and talk about what is happening in the mighty citizen movement for change, the CMC. So, Vicky, I'd like to start with you, and then we'll go to our cheerleader. Two cheerleaders here with me tonight. I'm sandwiched by chairs and chairs. I'm sandwiched by the global chair, and I'm also here with the USA Canada chair. So, Madam Chair, the FOIA project. I know we talked about it briefly last time, but let's look at it again, really. And what are you hearing about this project?
Well, I kind of saw the information too on Facebook, and I kind of look at it, and there are a few things that took with me. I think that the project is not in the interest of the Liberian people. I think is like as I always say, there was a saying or noise when Joseph Walker was being the VP, even when he was running, that it was an old car that was packed. And then other people made mockery out of him that he was, with the 42 years of experience, he never did anything tangible during his administration for 12 years as a VP. Even in his hometown, he didn't do anything there. There's no legacy to show. So I really think that was the main reason of the fight to become president, because he felt that there are things that were missing and people were talking about things that he didn't do. So he was for himself, not for the Liberian people. So I think that was the reason he was so desperate. And that was the reason of the fight, that with his, considering his age and how he been in government, he was there for 12 years as VP. I believe that was the reason he came to power. He actually came to, make up for things that he didn't do, that people were talking about that he didn't do. So I look at that project to be one of those that he turned to make his legacy for the interest of himself, for himself. I don't think it's in the interest of the Liberian people, because at this time, while that project is even though they're trying to say, oh, for this purpose, Liberia is a first independent state, and we cannot be here without having place like that, like when the AOU will meet or all of that. And they keep making to say why. They're saying the why FOIA, because it's close to 7 million. Really, it's close to 7 million in Guinea. So this is the only place that is close to Saint and Guinea is Foya, way up in the interior. If people wants to come from Saint and Guinea, don't we have a rubber airport that would they would learn? First of all, they're not learning in Foya. They're not coming by land. If officials coming for such meeting, diplomatic meeting, that they're gonna land to our airport. They're not going to land in Foya. So I don't know why it makes it Foya to be close to Guinea and Sierra Leone when these people will fly actually to come to Liberia first, receive
That's right.
yeah, before they come there. So it's all conflict of interest. It's about his self-interest. It's about him. So that thing is not in the favor of the Liberian people. It's not in the interest of the Liberian people. And first of all, even if you want to do something like that, why now? This is not the issue now. You know what Liberian problems is. The university kids are crying every day. Imagine. You don't even look at the most important things, what people are actually looking at. And then that project is so heartbreaking. Even more heartbreaking now that we know who the project is for or what the project is about. That would be my take on that.
Thank you very much, Vicky. You raised a lot of things in there. One, I didn't even think of it that way, but I think you're onto something here because we've been wondering why FOIA, and when you put it this way, that this president seems to be overcompensating, for his years in government. Yeah, I can understand people say, "Oh, the man is scared of trouble. He let take government money, or he let take government," but this man has been paid. This man was paid as vice president for 12 years. You know, if you did the math, somebody did the math sometimes over $24 million, if I'm not mistaken, over that period. And I can do the math. You people can challenge me tomorrow. I'm here. Let me talk it. I said what I said. I know they will be right. But that today again, all over social media, and I have to give credit to my friend Clarence Pearson, Dr. Pearson. He reminded me in another chat room, we have the Unity Conference Center, right? That conference center hosted the OAU during Olympic time.
Mm-hmm.
And we left all of that. The place is in ruins. And instead of repairing, remodeling that place and bring it back to life and use it as a conference center, it's already built for that. But we're leaving the whole thing there. And we're going all the way to, like Vicky is in, a place that will prove to be a logistical nightmare. We're going to Lofa to go and build a conference village in Lofa. And then, a lot of my friends, first of all, when they started thinking about what to really call that thing over the past few days. Initially, it was never, it was never going to be the president just want to show the people, I've been in government for a long time. I brought to hear my people. But that, what's your take on this? So many different things happening with this one little project here. The
Yeah,
one thing that's not happening is the truth.
that is so true. That is so true. We heard so many different explanations, okay, variations of this conference. Government speakers came through, the arms of the government came through, and some of them couldn't tell us anything about, FOIA. It was under this big secrecy.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of see what you're saying, Vicky. It makes so much sense that this man, after being in government for 42 years, and you had no legacy, it's almost like they're saying, let's give, the president of Liberia, Joseph Boca, a legacy. And so they then take Liberian people money and go and build a conference center, they say, a logistic conflict resolution conference center, as if to say we also kind of serious war, as if to say it's the priority of Liberians, like you just mentioned. The LU students are struggling to go to school. LU is dilapidated, it's falling apart. Times are hard in the country. Even the Vice President Kuhn, in one of his recent remarks, he said, in essence, times are hard. And then we are taking money. They came out and said a project cost $6 point something million to go and put in a place that is poorly designed for people to get there logistically. How are we going to get there? And that's last night. I have to tell you, we talk about this, Mr. Nami. I went back and I was listening to the former president, Ellen Josie, Sally, what she said it's a blatant lie. She was being interviewed by Al Jazeera, Al Jazeera correspondent.
I think it was Madi Hassan, that guy. He was. I think I saw. Go ahead, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're right. He was, and that's how I felt. I had to go listen to her again for me to actually come out and say it is the fact that this conference center has been under so many variations of explanation. They are blatantly lying to the Liberian people. There is a blatant lie in the words of, and if I can say that, it's just a blatant lie. It's and we talked about yesterday, and you said something, and my thoughts weren't completely formed about this. We have people, they told us how they got their money to build this center. They said some of the money came from regional people,
Right.
from people in the region, which is it constitutional for us to take money from other countries without sharing that knowledge to the Liberian people? Is it constitutional? Is it ethical? They also said that this money, all the money that they used to build the conference center came from business people and private citizens. The question again that I asked, is it ethical? Is it legal? And Mr. Nama and I were talking yesterday, he led to that. Shouldn't we know if business people contributed to the six point something million dollars that they're spending to build this conference center, this 500 seat conference center? Shouldn't we know? Because that would tell us how ethical a business person is, the relationship of the business person. Uh, can is the person biased or not? Can they fairly make objective decisions when it comes to the government, or can the government fairly make objective decision when it comes to this business person or this private citizen? If this private citizen has to go to court, can the government objectively stay be objective, or support or not support this person? So, all of these questions that we get to ask, it is raised. And lastly, you're right. We have a whole beautiful, I've been to that Unity Center. I actually went to it. It's beautifully carved, nice wood in that place. And we are not using it. It's nicely situated with faculty, with the exception of us trying to find ways to barricade the ocean from not disturbing the rest of the environment as it has disturbed the villas that were there. But it's a nice place. Why are we not spending this six point something million into revamping? That's what a sensible government would do. A responsible government who know times are hard. That's what they would do, as opposed to getting money and trying to conjure what people can say, conjure the Liberian people into this conference center.
But are you right? Because and that's one of the things they campaign on, right? We're bringing the government of grown-ups,
Mhm.
the government of responsible people, right? We
Yeah.
get these Jamaica resort people out of the way, and we're gonna. But yeah, you have an existing structure that's collapsing. You get $6 million, whatever it is, if it really is 6 million, and why are you reinventing the wheel? You
That's
know,
right.
why don't you go and rehab this structure? You already have the land. You have pre-existing, structures there, and recondition this if that's really what you want to do. Somebody wrote somewhere today to say, don't be surprised when this president leave office, some businessman swoops in and say, "Look, I own 30% of Liberia."
That's why. Thank you. That's what I was thinking too. Like if they have all these people, and
All
they
these
they
people,
can't
they,
they can't
who
come
are we
out to
going to be
say
beholden to
how.
when they leave office?
So is this something that it's like I believe a lot of people have stuck into that. So that's one thing. And another thing, you just talk about, you and Dad just talk about why can he like renovate other buildings. Like today I was listening to one of my brothers podcast, Leo Johnson,
Mhm.
Napoleon Johnson. He
Mhm.
named about over seven building that really good that needs to be reconstructed, including the University of Liberia.
Correct.
So
Exactly.
why not one of these? And the answer is just the same
And
thing.
Leo knows something about building buildings, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So again, it comes down to like being selfish. It's about him and his need. So he's not going to think out of the window or out of the box. Like, oh, I can renovate this center and make it nice, for the conference center and make it a conference center. No, he wants it to be in foyer and he wants something for his name to be on. So it's him. It's about him using the Liberian Poor money to undertake that project. So I don't even want to be that business people are into this. So I mean, anybody can claim that. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Exactly.
So that's just being selfish if that's the reason he want to do it. But that's
And
that, that
Vicky, to your point, he could renovate the United Conference Center and name the theater the Joseph Boakai Theater, and we'll be okay with that. If he
Yeah.
wants to name on something, you understand me? He can, name one of the villa, the Joseph Boakai, villa, whatever it is, his name will be on something. But
Yes.
to me, this other venture here is irresponsible. It is not prudent. It's not wise, and it's unnecessary waste. You know, to maintain that place, we all talking about the difficulties in getting there. How many people will go there when he leaves office? I mean, I'm not, yeah, maybe, but you need to look at tourism, and then you know how that place. Or you need to look at, but what is it, Balatua or Batala, where Tottenham has his farm. These projects, you know, because I think the decision to build them are not derived, you know, scientifically or due diligence. They
Mhm.
tend to go to ruins when these people leave office. President Doe, he put a lot of money into building tourism. I
Mhm.
mean, we all seen the video now. The children are going there. The places, nobody's there. The
Yes.
places, yeah, places taken over. You go to Tottenham Farm, same thing. You go to Bento, and this president knows this because he knows about all of these things. He knows it. So it is very, very confusing and surprising and at times really frustrating.
Mhm.
That they can't seem to look to history. I, he has several examples to look to. How do
and,
they arrive at this decision? Go ahead, Vega. I know you want to
and,
talk.
and no, sorry. So again, I got a confession. The whole time we've been talking about our building, something has been telling me that it was kept, private for a reason. Something have been telling me that they didn't want to disclose it. It was a big surprise that like people would be happy. For some reason in my head, I've been thinking this could come out as a big surprise that would benefit the people of Liberia. Like people of Liberia would be really interested in something. And guess what? One of the things that were on my mind, a rehabilitation center for the drug kids. I
Ah,
swear it was on my mind. I
yeah,
was like, maybe this is the biggest surprise ever for the
ever.
fact that it was out of Morovia in
Right.
Foya. I was thinking it was
Yeah,
rehabilitation center.
yeah,
But
yeah,
look what we have.
yeah,
Look
yeah.
what
Yeah.
I think
And
that price.
I,
Yeah,
my
go
mind
ahead. That
was
price would have been,
wrong.
go ahead.
yeah,
You were coming in.
and that's what a responsible government would do. You will
Yeah,
look about you think about the priorities of the people, the needs of the people. We have a drug crisis in our country. And Vicky, so it was so appropriate and so clever of you to even think, hey, if I'm going to spend that money, I will put it into the next generation, into my country. But a conference center where you talk about you'll be discussing peace resolution. Who are we at war with right now, or who are we in any significant conflict in right now? I find that it is even more uh, adversary with the people who are seeking drugs. They have the potential of creating chaos in our country versus any other regional problems or international problems that we have. So yes, I can see. I would have thought that is what a responsible government would do, in my opinion. And that would have been a wonderful surprise if we would have said, that place is going to be a place where we're going to send, put a TVET or the technical institute for the kids, educate them, counsel them, and stuff like that. But when I tell you, I say mental health in our country, you're not joking.
It's huge.
and
it's
an
big.
example of being paranoid to say if I can't have it, if I can't put my name on it,
Mhm.
I can build something in my own village. Nobody else can do it. Okay, that's the distrusting of other people, and that is what is happening in our country right now. We see a lot of it dragging around. that strong distrust that we have, that want everything in our name, want to do everything related to us. We're not thinking about the generations to come. We're not
Mhm.
thinking about here as a whole. We're not thinking about other people. How can I make our country better? We're only thinking about we're not survivor, me, myself, and I mode.
Yep.
And when we were we were younger, student politics is a big word we use, aggrandizement.
Advertisement.
You know. But yeah, somebody is looking for some kind of self recognition. I mean, look, you're president. How much more recognition? I mean, you're the first in the whole country. You're the first person. Why are you so obsessed with having you want to be Donald Trump? And, I mean, what you just pointed out there, Vicky, is something that would have really given them a lot of praise. I think
Yeah.
if they had put that place together for helping to rehab our young people, all over the streets. I think they would have really given them high marks for that. I would have cheered them on. But no, that's not what it is. This is a regional peace conference.
Yes.
So that, and then there's all this. We tried to build one bridge in Bond, and they were up in arms all over the place. CMC, where the permit, where the blueprint, how you doing this, how you doing that. Now they're building over 6 million. Now we got to go with that figure.
Oh
The
yeah.
Minister of Public Works,
Because we don't see it extra. We don't see it.
the Minister of Public Works, who's supposed to give them the permit, he has no idea what this is about. He doesn't know whether it's a spaceship or whether it's a boat or it's a building. Doesn't know what it is. The press secretary, who's able to talk to her every day and explain to
What?
her the meaning of this, do you know what it is?
Yeah.
The Minister of State, who is the President Chief of Staff, who
Yes.
brings the President on everything, who called the Minister of Public and said the President when I think what it. He doesn't know what it is. He doesn't know how he got there. The Deputy Minister now who explained it, it took him over 4 months to figure out what
Yeah.
it is.
First thing was Banner Union.
Exactly. So this is what
And
we
Kim
have.
Ekwa.
This is the responsible
You know,
government running, and I know Abu will come here and be typing and stuff, but we just saying it, my brother. You can tell your own, we tell our own. Yeah. So, but that is the
You
project.
preemptive Abu. Huh? You preemptive Abu. Maybe he's sleeping. Maybe he's still sleeping.
Telling you. So, I mean, almost every podcaster is taking this thing apart, even their own people. It is really embarrassing. The chat rooms I'm in, there are very well many people who have really gone to length to defend, explain what this government is trying to do. But today, they themselves, they're upset over how embarrassing this thing is.
Mhm.
The explanation even makes it worse. One of the guys was saying this, you are just stuck with, state secret, major state secret, top secret. We can't explain it. Maybe people would have forgiven it and just walked away, but now they try to explain it, and they just rock the beehive, and the bees all over the place now, and they get stung all over the place. The bee is stinging, and they're taking a beating on this. And I'm almost certain we haven't heard the last of this. I'm sure there's more of this to fall out.
Mhm.
But Dag and Vig, if you have any last comment on that, and then we can move on to the stand rally and talk about it a little bit.
I just wanted to add, I'm reading from the justification, right? And I read this last night. It says the people of Foya. The people of Foya have long been active in dialogues. Last time I saw the people of Foya talking to her actively in dialogue with their neighbors. They said the people of Foya have been talking actively with their neighbors in Sierra Leone and Guinea on regional peace. We know about it.
What was it?
Yeah, and development issues. So if these people have been talking, they said through the Makana River organization. I will go and I forgot, I neglected. We need to find out the Makana River organization now. They're putting some things on it, but we want to see what kind of active, peaceful dialogue they've been having about national development issues. I want to know the people of.
Oh, Foya.
Foya. I think
Not the people of Liberia.
no.
We're talking about Sierra Leone. We're talking about Sierra Leone and voice the people of Foya.
Right.
So Foya is a country now.
Yeah. Now you
Mm-hmm.
froze there for a minute. Go ahead when you land and they can come in. I
Oh
think
yeah, sorry.
she's having problem with the internet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So like the point you were making, it really it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, why would you even been having dialogue?
Hello, yeah.
So why is the rest of Liberia out of that?
Exactly.
What is it? What is the relationship building that we can know, or that what is going on with the people of Foya with that of the people of Sierra Leone or Guinea?
And to your point, Vic, Doc started that point and
Hmm.
she's trying to come back. But this president has to be careful so
Very.
that he doesn't take us down the path that the late president though took us. He's making this thing too much about Lofa than about the Republic of Liberia. I
Hmm.
mean, there has been so many write-ups and so many people talking about how this government is being dominated
Yes.
by Lofa.
And there's an internal fight right now. I'm telling you. Don't see them come up here, oh, UP, United Party. There is, man, I'm talking about, I'm speaking of reliable sources, and you already know who the fight
I
is
can
for.
already imagine. I can already
And there's a little bit
imagine.
more to that.
Yeah, yeah, I can already imagine. So instead of him, try to broaden his thing, he's still talking about, people of Lo-Fi being, I mean, people of Foya, show me like that is saying, show me the people in Foya who have been what trying to dialogue and make peace, and therefore you gotta go and build a $6 million sprawling, complex, 500 rooms, 500 seats. How many people? I don't know, but
People,
Dak is struggling big. I so we're gonna move on.
that's good.
Oh, Dak
Oh,
is
yeah,
back.
it
Yeah.
is. You brought
Okay.
your fun, beautiful points. We're just enjoying it right now.
Yeah.
People are
Good,
for you.
yes. Yeah, we can move on though. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. Yes. Good show.
All right. Um, I was really I pick up bits and pieces of reactions from the protest. Mr. Moba Molu, we all know he tried this in July of last year,
Hmm.
and he brought out quite an impressive crowd.
Hmm.
And I understand today again they came out, they called the rally Lead or Leave. I believe
Hmm.
that's how they call it. Yeah. They want the president to demonstrate leadership, or he should leave the presidency. But some of the photos I saw, did they feed them? I saw people eating and
So now, why you brought up our
because unfortunately, the kind of news I can get the worst of the worst from my UP. That the photo they send me, they can't see your people eating. So
They said I'm gonna have the biggest Kobo shop today.
the poor girl co-part? You say, "Why ain't no the co-part?
they said people want to
The
cook and eat,
the
they need to.
discipline, the food, the poor girl their own food, yeah."
Oh man, look, it would be funny if this is not life and death situation some people are living through in our country. So, Vic, Doc, if you saw anything with the STEM protest, let's hear what your impressions, what you gathered today. As Mr. Malu and others came. I think I understand Mr. Wise was out in the street too. Alvin Wise,
Yeah,
remember
some
the
frustration. There's some,
Abdullah Raza. Or whatever.
Tabula rasa.
yes. There's a portion.
Oh,
There's a
and there's a new phrase you unleashed. I don't know if you may have seen from Sister B and Jenny Big Win by the walking pedestrian. You heard that?
Oh,
Oh
walking
yeah,
to
oh, I saw that where that one came from.
oh yeah.
Hey, you
So
know,
the kids are saying that when I first say I'm the walking and then pedestrian.
the
Okay,
walking
so
pedestrian. So, I mean,
my
we said
brother.
that hello,
That's my
man.
first. That's
I
my
can
first.
enjoy it, but me, I enjoy. I can enjoy. I
Jordan.
can be learning from you. Yeah, I mean, I think that I'm happy that Liberia is at a stage where people can exercise the constitutional right to protest, and as long as they are not invading others' constitutional rights. So I think that's a good development in our country.
Yeah,
And he had some arguments while he was protesting. He feels that
yeah,
the country is hard. He feels that attention isn't being paid to Liberians as a whole. Food prices going up. Parents can't afford their school fees. Yeah, yeah, but I think there's a mention of, but the president is misprioritizing the country's money to other things. So he said, like you rightfully said, Mr. Nami, that the protest was called "Leave a Lead," leave
Mm-hmm.
a
Lead.
yeah, leave a lead. So, but then we are hearing that the police, there's
Yes.
claim and counterclaim. The
Yes.
police stopped the protest, they interrupted, they interfere, and had the people parking their food on the to run. There's some people are also said
My
that
dad, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but isn't that what life is about today night library? Everything is about food. That's all the people, their whole life is concentrated around.
I have a colleague on my other shoulder going to that stomach
Eh,
infrastructure. That is
yeah.
stomach infrastructure going on.
Actually, they were trying to illustrate what, yeah, like you said, it's about food. It's about people to eat.
But this is not my first time.
The issue now is bread butter.
When we had a step down campaign, they prepare food, we are cooking, so that's a new introduction of, but I think I overheard somebody saying that they're going to make the certificate mansion is the biggest co-pot shop in the world. So that's why they brought out that food. And whatever. But then,
Library, we never sure about anything. Oh.
we're not serious. I mean, we
I
are
saw the
hearing.
oil.
Yes, we kind of. Then this is why it's serious, but it's funny at the same time because I saw some of the protesters being taken away, and I heard Mr. Malu on another platform say that he is preparing court documents against the Liberia National Police that manhandled and did not appropriately handle the protesters. He thought that they violated their rights. Then I also heard another counterclaim that the protesters, on their way home from the protest, broke into private citizens' cars. They disturbed the private citizens' cars. So our court system going to be busy in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
We'll wait for them to respond to see. I mean, that's all we can say. We do not condemn violence in our country.
No.
And one of the best things that I saw today, somebody made a post to say, this is our way of protesting. We at CMC will be fixing the roads, the bridges, the projects.
Nice,
know.
nice,
They'll
nice.
be protesting and having the biggest co shop march and whatever you want to do. But
Right.
we will be focusing on the Liberian people. They did a good contrast post, which I really like, and that's true. We will be speaking for the Liberian people, even though we want your rights protected. But the best way that we can speak out loudly is to continue to build roads, continue to support our infrastructure, continue to educate our people, build schools and stuff like that. So that's what I wanted to add.
Thank you, Doc. And where you're coming, yeah, you're right. I saw, I didn't see the part about people breaking into cars on their way home, but I saw, some clips about up to 5 people being arrested today during the protest. Like you said, we have to wait for the details to come out. The police in recent times have been pretty professional, if I should say, pretty very careful how they they monitor the crowd. In
Yes.
I haven't seen any arrests from these kinds of events in recent times. So if they were arresting people, like you said, we have to be careful to wait and and hear the details. But I did see two ladies who
Yes.
said they were going to sell, and I saw another gentleman, but they said there were 5 people in total who were arrested. But yeah, Vicky, you were gonna come in.
Yeah, so the thing about the protest, it's true that we should protest when when we don't see things going around. I mean, going right, and especially in Liberia. About this same time, I think people usually protest when nothing happening. Liberian men and the Christmas and 26 business, you don't play with it, and the people are really, 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 really suffering. These people are suffering. Things are really hard. Liberian men, when they don't celebrate Christmas, it's a big thing. It's like that's the end of it's just hard. So what the protest makes sense. the reason for the protests. I would say that. But again, before we protest, we should be ready for it. We should be ready to protest. That's one thing I saw. I don't know how ready they were to protest. I didn't see a real good readiness. I didn't see it to be really organized, but the voice, the reason, the purpose they are protesting for is actually meaningful. And then you talk about the policing. I also saw that the protester they were not violent. If you can see, we were just talking about what's his name?
Malu?
I
Who's that?
Yeah, Wizard. How Wizard was even running.
Ivan we say, yeah.
Yeah, Ivan Wizard. How he was even running, and then they had to say everything they had to say about him. But this is the thing. That is hard. Okay. So this I actually posted today with the PL picture and with some work he been doing and said this is our way of protesting. We protest different.
Yeah, okay, that's just
If only we all can protest that way, this will be fine. But I don't care how you talk. I don't care how you say, we are this to the I don't know if protests really matter to this government. Do protests matters? That's my problem. I mean, that's my thing with that. Right now in Liberia, the way Liberia looks, everybody is clearly saying Liberia. Like you said, even the VP came and said things are not fine. If you think these people would make change or they're actually listening or they really care about the Liberian people, don't you think things would change the way everyone sees Liberia right now? But no, if they don't even care about what's going on. So you think that protest to go say they will feel that you define them. And to be quite honest, I know you said the police are being professional in dealing with stuff, but I also want to say the police listen to the executive order. Anything they say over there is what the police are going to do. But right, you're not supposed to stop anybody from protesting.
No.
That'd be frank here.
Yeah.
But it was already premeditated that that we would stop them, and I think that is dictatorship. I think that's dictator. If once there's not you are not giving the people of freedom to do what they can do, especially with the form of government we have, the democracy. I think that's a dictatorship. I think the president is a dictator. You cannot stop people from protesting. When they were not violent, I watched it today. Even they were pushing them, that's how you saw them running, and they were even teasing them that they are running. What will you do? You have a police. You have a police system that is actually the party police. I will call it the party police. They don't care anything they tell them is what they do. It's still like opposition in the party. So the people have to run for their life because if anything happened, there will be no justice. Absolutely no justice. For the fact that they can stop them from protesting, they can do anything, and then there's going to be nothing to happen. So I really think the bigger thing here, my bigger idea here is you cannot stop the citizens from protesting once they are not being violent. They were watching the whole thing. They were only marching. They were going towards them, and it kept pushing them by, pushing them by, pushing them by, pushing them by. That they can't speak, they can't talk, they can't approach them, and then there's no specific place for protest. You can't say you can't protest here, go protest over there. No, that the speed of speech prevail. So that's what I see today. They have no right today to push the people by and stop them from protesting. You cannot stop people from protesting. That was my take from that.
Yeah. Thank you, and I agree with you. I mean, it's part and parcel of democracy. People come out, to protest all the time. In this country, almost every day there's some protest going on somewhere. And they say right. Like you're saying, yes, people are supposed to come out here and protest, peacefully, as you indicated. And so the people that I saw, I have to be honest, I didn't see them doing anything. But again, I want to be careful to make sure I understand how it started, why we saw the people that we did. If people come in the street to protest and begin to behave like vandals, I think the police will have to step in and stop them. Like I was saying, there are reports that people were breaking in cars. Again, these reports, hopefully they will come out and we'll get some clarification. But yeah, people, it is a democratic responsibility of the citizenry to come out and protest the government and stage, protest. It's a constitutional right that is guaranteed to us, under the Constitution. And if these people didn't do anything and they were being held for coming out to demonstrate, that is a mistake. That's wrong. So I hope Mr. Molu and the team will quickly get to the bottom of this. And congratulations to them. I think this is the second time coming out. I think they are becoming, the pressure group of our times since the COP, and then of course Doc talked about the retire campaign. I think that's what it was. People coming out and peacefully demonstrating. Okay, so
but then I hope something change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope
No,
something.
no, to make you, what you saying? I didn't hear you.
No,
You're
no,
saying,
no. That I mean, Mr. Nama just said he was congratulating them and said this is not the first time they always come out to talk, to give that freedom of speech. And I said I hope something changed. I know it will happen, but there's a saying by Mariah that nothing changed. I hope something.
no, you're right, Vic. That's coming, but you're right. The last time they came out on the 17th of July, they gave out ultimatum to the government to do certain things, right?
Mhm.
And you're right. They can't just come out for the sake of coming out.
Mhm.
What happens to the demands that you made? I know that wanted to come in.
yeah. I just wanted to say that sometimes we Liberians have to go beyond the crowd politics. I heard a lot of people, saying that nobody showed up to the protest or the crowd wasn't sufficient enough. But as long as like everybody's saying, the ex-chairman or the former chairman of CDC, as long as he gets his point through, he was protesting for a reason. He had his crowd together. That's
Yeah.
all that matter. But we are very obsessed with crowd politics, and we lose the substance in our obsession sometimes. So I just wanted to add that. I saw drone that show, nobody showed up or the man, and then the last protest was just dismantled
That's
earlier.
body propaganda. That one for get used to it. That.
Yeah. I just, I just wanted to make a comment about.
And you're right, Doc. I mean, you're very right. In other countries, as in here where we are, sometimes when three people, two people holding the sign, that is a
Mhm.
protest. That officially, that's a protest.
Mhm.
It
Yep.
has nothing to do with the crowd. And these people, they will set up shifts.
Mhm.
You go and stand up for 1 hour.
Yep.
Yeah, and your shift comes in. You got your coffee mug sitting by you. You stand and hold your sign for 30 minutes or 1 hour, but
Yep.
your message gets out there. So yeah, I agree with you. I think we should get out of this whole crowd thing. Yeah. You're right. I saw the drone photos and other. My friends were talking about. You had to cry. You had to standing or the sitting. Susan go, Susan go. I don't know what they're paying that man, but you're not doing the people white whole day. He do all kind of stuff. But yeah, you're right. It's so right. It's not about the crowd. It's about the messaging. And
The
I think if
message.
you people who are looking for crowd, then they miss getting the intention of all of this. People have a message. They want you to hear them. And I
Yes.
think you should pay attention. Forget about the crowd.
Yes. And my inbox are inundated with the
I
crowd
know.
pictures, the pictures, and then to put out and say, "Hey, God, we let our crowd politics business," but you know, it was a good contrast that you created between people in other parts of the world how to protest and people in our country. So that was a good contrast.
Okay, thank you very much. So, if anything on your mind about the CMC, I don't know. We didn't prepare Henry and Sue. Usually, Henry and Sue, you guys, I think Doc had already. She'll probably tell you at some point in time. You will ask you to come in. For instance, we didn't prepare you to come in and give us your impression of the protest today. You were on the ground.
You are on the
So,
ground.
yeah, so you guys should be prepared, going forward. When we come in, we'll ask you, and tell us your impression of what you see around town, especially an issue that we were discussing. We'll ask you to come in, and I think at some point in time we'll also take calls, so our friends can also call in who are not on the show. But I want to also end with, anything that we picked up from the CMC. I know I saw a clip today that may have been maybe a week or two old, but I saw the political leader of the CMC. He was sitting with you know you were in a crowd, and he was talking about um, what the CMC is doing and how the CMC that we always say here is forcing the government's hand, forcing them out. Because when we say we build one bridge, they run behind and say, okay, we got it, you leave. So when we move, so they run behind and say, we got it, you leave it. But what he was saying was, for them, they are playing catch up and they are trying to pay the people for what they already owe them. For all, we are crediting the people. We're telling them, this is what we're doing for you,
Mhm.
so that in the future you will know we're here, we're capable of doing more, and so we want your attention to see what we're doing. So, he was drawing a contrast between, what this
Mhm.
government is supposed to do, which is in the budget that they are not doing. And when we shine the light on it, and then all of a sudden they wake up, and instead of this saying, okay, we beg you or you expose us, they start acting b-boy, big and bad. They
Mhm.
want us to bring our shoes, bring our socks. Yeah. They bring-
Toothbrush before we can build one bridge. Meanwhile, in prayer, you ask what question?
Exactly. Let's talk about, what we're doing, and see if we can, I know we still have about 20 minutes on the clock before we end the show. You know, if there's anything we know that's going on in the CMC that we want our people to be aware of. Mas Griel, I know you're on the schedule today, but how you doing, my sister? It's good for you to be with us. Mohammed Sila. Mohammed, thanks for joining us also. Let's see what Dag and Vega are getting themselves together. Alice Sal, thank you. Kelvin Passaway, I think I got a call from you today. I missed it, buddy. So let's try again tomorrow. Kemal Batu, Kemal, thank you for joining us. Let's see here. I want to make sure. Let's see. Ambassador Roland, Carlo Roland. Following all the way from Kigali. That must be Winston and his people at work there. And of course, Ali South said Liberia, Guinea, Cote d'Ivoire, Sierra Leone. Okay, I think he's talking about the Monterey Union. Lasso Chroma, Lasso. I think the clip I was talking about, I think I saw it on your page, Lasso. I see you're cutting a lot of clips for the CMC. Thank you very much for doing that. Much appreciated. I think that's MK Ken watching from Monrovia. Joseph Dolo watching from Ganta City. Vicky, Gompa is the capital, right? Ganta is Gompa City.
Ganta is just the social name, but Gompa is actually the actual name, Gompa.
Got you.
Yeah,
Got
but
you.
Ganta is just a social name, the Ganta.
Okay. All right. So,
Gompa is the traditional and legal name.
okay. Gompa City. Okay. Okay, I just want to recognize a few of our colleagues and friends who turned in and watching us. Thank you for joining in, and let's talk a little bit about the CMC. See what is happening. I know the political leader. Over the past few days, we talked about a letter from Encyclopedia. We talked about he lamenting the departure of Sweden and other than what it could portend, for our country. If we want to, reiterate a few of those points or anything else that comes to mind.
So, Vicky, I'll go after you.
Oh, so it just we are like, okay, for me I will speak for the US and then I will go back to I don't know, something like no.
Yes,
But one thing
actually, I think that's a good idea, Vicky. Let me
yeah,
first come on there because
one thing I know
we
is
want, yeah, we want our, and we talked about this in the meeting. That I hope you don't mind me putting it out
No,
here.
no, no. Go ahead.
But yeah, but we encourage, our leaders in the various, regions, various parts of the globe. I seen yourself, Madam Chair of the USA Canada. We want our colleagues to come on and talk to us about what is happening in their, in the regions and on the continent. So yeah, thank you very much. You could bring us something that's going on in the USA Canada region.
Yeah, so I just want to say thanks to everybody watching. Please share the show. Continue to do that. I want to say thanks to Dr. Richardson as well. Thank you so much. Your leadership is really I like your style of leadership. And Mr. Langwe, man, you all, I mean, everyone, even people that are not here tonight, Masa and everyone that come here.
We are a team. We are a team, Madam Chair. You know
Yeah,
what it is.
thank you so much. I mean, I'm so excited because I smell growth every time. From the time I started enjoying this new, I have been smelling growth. Every day we are growing. We are growing. We are growing. Now, as we speak, the US, we have, like two more chapters adding on to what we have. It only used to be Minnesota chapter, even though we have other regions. Then came
I
Philadelphia.
can tell who is not very happy about that, but they're watching, so I will not
I'm
quit.
just about to say it. Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania, but Pennsylvania is really doing good. Pennsylvania and Delaware is really doing good. I've seen them a few times. I mean, they're recruiting and yeah. And then we're about to get we Fargo have the chapter. I mean, not chapter or chat room, and they are really really mobilizing to get to become a chapter. We have Georgia and in Georgia, the people of Georgia, man, Liberians in Georgia, they are really creative. They they understand politics. They understand who is doing the right thing. Each one of them, in fact, everybody. But there's something about Georgia. The citizens of Georgia, Liberians live in Georgia, and there are people that all got it together. They all business people, but still they care for the people of Liberia. When you talk to them, you can hear from the voice. You can just know that they care, and it's all about the betterment of Liberia. And when it comes to talking to them about the CMC, they appreciate what Mr. Musa Hassan Pedete is doing. So it would be good. We're trying to establish a chapter there, and a lot of people are in for that. And then you as whole, Minnesota chapter, everybody is doing good. I mean, I just see the growth, but we will come back here and update you for more information. But we are doing good. The growth, the growth, the growth. And in Liberia, Mr. Musa Hassan Berete, this man does he sleep? So part of the executive, we were just saying it was sometime like we should set him up with his wife and see if they can give him a bedtime or something. This man does not sleep. And when you tell him he will be that when we win the election, I will sleep. He is working. He is working. He always the project in Lofa, it commenced. It's ongoing. The project still going on in Nima County. Things not only the project, he also looking at other things to do. It's first they thought we were just borrow medicine or preach medicine, but then now he even looking into getting he looking in the education sector, like getting a school building or renovating school buildings. He's thinking about the calipator that's supposed to come early January, which is next month. He already made arrangement for that. He's making sure that it's going to be here the time he said you're going to be here. Every day he's doing something. Every day he's going somewhere. So I just want to say thank you, man. I see the growth and I see how things are moving. Things are moving fast and good. So thank you, everybody. That would be my closing.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Before my global comes in, let me also thank you. I noticed you brought Fargo online. Yeah, congratulations. I know where you really, you're expanding, the continental United States and the Canada region, and you talked about Georgia also. So yeah, congratulations. We know you're working very hard. No, we're very pleased. I wanted to send a shout out to Dr. V. I think he said, young people, his children are just not no place sport. We all been there, don't I? I mean,
I know, right? I know.
I ain't know how to go back cleats on the day of the game. So,
That's
so
what
he,
Monday.
yeah, so he's out, and I think his son, the last time was his daughter. So, Doug, I hope your kids are winning, but congratulations. I just want to tell my friend like Cromai here, the kind of comment you put here, you got to know that Mr. Richardson is watching.
Yeah.
You can't talking about, you can't talk about, like if you want to get in trouble, you must keep talking like that, because if you keep talking like this, it be Richardson is watching.
You will come for him.
But I know it means well. It means well. But
Yes.
thank you for the compliment. Like,
Yes.
but
Thank
that
you.
you
Like,
come
you know, like you said, Mr. Nama, I just want to join you in just telling our dynamic, chair for USA and Canada, that she's doing a beautiful job. Vicky, you are doing a wonderful job. You smell growth, and we are seeing growth. We are smelling growth. If I can even add, we are eating growth. So you're doing a wonderful job, and we are thankful. And to
She
the
even
rest of
she
you,
on Minnesota. Oh. No, I say oh man.
That's why it's hard for me to say something when Minnesota does good.
Mr. Nama, it's just a laughing person every day.
Sorry, Doc.
Which is good, which is very good. But if you're watching us, or maybe you'll watch us later, just know that we'll be contacting you. Friends of CMC will be contacting you. We will go through our phone list and see people who are interested in transforming Liberia. And we know there are different ways to transform Liberia. Some of you have your individual, organization. We all do. I support the Bong Education Center Alumni Association, but we want Liberia to be up to par with other countries in the region. So come and join this movement. This is a political party. You come and it's very busy. As you can see, there's a lot of things that we can task you to do. You come in, you bring members, you decide on how to transform Liberia, some political issues and stuff like that. So it's really a good place to be. And I'm sure my colleagues here can agree with me. So I'm just telling you, just join us. That's what I have to say. And I also want to welcome. We Vicky made some new appointments. I think it was today. I got some new appointment letters. Like I think on behalf of all of us, I don't want to call names, or I don't know if I should call names.
There's more coming. By
Yeah,
tomorrow, you're gonna get yeah.
yeah. So
So where?
yeah, like Tillman Collins, I saw his appointment letter, so that was really great on our part, Miss Vicky. I'll jump ahead of you and call them. I saw Uncle Pete from All Counties. He was also appointed, and
Yes.
then one Mr. Chroma was also appointed. So
Mr. Bruma is on board.
yes. So we are growing. We are growing, and we are in all regions of the world, and even in the United States, we want to grow even more. And I'm sure Mr. Nama is going to make the announcement regarding our virtual retreat. I think it's okay. We can talk about it now. That
Okay.
to extent that we can talk about it. We'll talk about it now. But yeah, so we're growing. I smell growth too, and see growth and feeling growth.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doc, and congratulations, Madam Chair, on bringing in more officers, more team members on the team. Let me join Doc in congratulating all of them, and thanks for stepping up. Like we all say, we're all on the same boat. So one soldier, at a time. So when your name is called, you jump in, and so congratulations to our appointees. And thank you, Doc. Now that I have the permission, you guys may not know, for the past maybe month and a half or so, we've been planning a retreat in Minnesota at the CMC, and we were bringing in, our team leaders all the way from around the world, Africa, Liberia, Nigeria, Europe, UK, and we were assembling in Minnesota, and go in and review our documents and make adjustments, as we are expanding, redefine roles and functions, shopping our own, efficiency. And we're going to spend a weekend, in one place, and just drill deeper for 3 or 4 days. And as the USHA indicated, we also had the intentions of going to visit our colleagues in Fargo, North Dakota. All of that was in the works. But now, because of what is happening in Minnesota, the leadership, the PL, the leadership, they decided, let's not, let's if we can avoid exposing ourselves and our people to risk, let's do so. And so we're really exercising, caution here. And so we decided to call off the in-person virtual workshop. But as the global leader has indicated, that workshop now is going to be held virtually, and we'll do that on Saturday. So we'll still hold it, and our colleagues from around the world will still be able to join in. I will be communicating the details to you, before Saturday. But that workshop now is going to be a 1 day workshop where we'll go in and just review our internal documents. Again, review, personnel, and how to align, our functions, and make sure we're sharpening our performance. So basically, that's what we'll be doing on Saturday. So if you're trying to reach Dr. Richardson anywhere between 10 a.m. Eastern time, or Vicky, 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Minnesota time, right?
Mhm.
Uh, and they're not available, you should understand. That is what we'll be doing, but that's what we do. The CMC, every opportunity we get, we try to improve on what we do. Like Vicky said, our political leader is modeling, never been satisfied. We always find reasons to tweak what we're doing, improve on it. And I'm here to say, Doc and Vic, I'm not bragging or boasting, but people are copying what we're doing. And because they know it's working, look around you, you see almost everybody now is doing what we're doing.
Mhm.
I saw another party with a website. Good. you know, Go ahead. I mean, it's all good. If all of this will add up to making Liberia better, the way we do things, that is good. That is
Mhm.
good. So yeah,
Mhm.
you can take a page or two out of our playbook. That's okay. We're not worried about that, because we know we're good at what we do, and we'll continue to improve on it. So that's what we'll be doing again this weekend to improve, the way we work, the way we recruit, all the little things that we do. We're going to be discussing those over the weekend. So that virtual workshop is going to be this weekend. Um, so we'll be busy. I don't know if I have anything else that I can make. I think I'm exhausted. We got 5 minutes on the clock. Whatever we want to do, I think 5 minutes is good time
Yeah.
to you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I just think the show was a good show. We have fun and overall
Absolutely, absolutely.
talk
Especially that we quickly put it together. So, but back to
as
you, Chair.
exactly.
My phone would tell me I'm interrupting people. So
No,
sometimes,
no. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I know that tendency of a man.
No, so yeah.
Go ahead, Vicky.
Well, we can, yeah. Mr. Lambert just said he exhausted, and I know where he came from. Straight here, yeah, we
Yes.
communicated that. So the 5 minutes is okay. I think we can just dismiss.
okay.
Again, thank you so much, everyone watching, and Kalisa. Yeah, thank you so much. Dad, thank you so much. I'll call you today, but we'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, we'll talk tomorrow.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, we'll talk tomorrow. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we can end the show. Although we appreciate any exactly on time, start on time. It's a psychology thing. Start session on time, in session, start class, and
Good
so
practice.
yes, good. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye
All
bye.
right. Thank you.
My Ocho, you want to play? What did I do wrong? Oops.
CMC for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens movement for change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up, Liberia. CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity, CMC core values. CMC Global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's all together. Let's all together. Unity. Raise up your hands. liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, yes, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.